the mall today, shopping with friends, as I'm wont to do, and I noticed, like, out of like nowhere, I realized I've been chewing on a piece of gum for about 3 hours, and it has no flavor left in it, and I want to get rid of it. And I'm looking around for like a garbage can I can put it in, or like a piece of paper or a napkin I can spit it in and throw it out, and I'm looking around and I don't see anything because we're nowhere near the food court. And we walked past a woman who's taking pictures of somebody else, and she's left her baby strapped into a carriage unattended, and the baby is probably only a couple months old, probably less than a year old. And they've done this thing where they take the few stray wispy hairs the baby has on its head, and they tie a little bow around it, and it's sticking up on the top of its head like some kind of weird antler or a growth out of the top of its head. And I don't know where or why, but the thought came in my head, and it was almost irresistible, like a compulsion. I had to, if I had less self-control, I wouldn't have been able to stop myself. I was strangely compelled to put my gum in the baby's hair. And then for the next hour or so, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, what's wrong with me that thought even occurs to me, to put gum in a baby's hair? So, yeah, that's my funny story. And you can tell I'm still thinking about it, like, what is wrong with my thought process is that I think that's something funny to do. Well, I guess it would be funny to do. Anyway, we do have some numbers coming in because Lonesome Loser has appeared miraculously, and he's in the flash chat, sending me phone numbers for Michelle Boland, Bob and Wendy Jockum, and Arthur Boardman so far. Oh, fuck, there was somebody that I was supposed to call. It's written on a slip of paper in my pants pocket, so let me try to remember the name off the top of my head. It was Mary Shakro. Mary, S-H-A-K-R-O. So if somebody could find a phone number for a Shakro somewhere in the vicinity of New Milford, Connecticut, please send that along and let me know if it's working. And I'm supposed to give her a call because she's a douchebag. There you go. I don't know her, never met her, but I have it on good authority that she's a douchebag, so I'm supposed to call and harass her. If anybody would like to call into the show, I'll be giving out the toll-free number very shortly. I won't do it yet because I have to burp again, man. That was just a wee little burp. The end of that Monster Energy. Ooh, it tasted like Amp, too. Not Monster, it was Amp. It tastes a little like green Amp, too. Blah. So, we have a woman at 9:35, a middle-aged woman at 9:40, and an old guy at 9:45. Well, that's been a considerable, that's at least a half hour for most of these people. 45 minutes or so. So I guess it's plenty of time for me to try to go to the phones and give them a call. Oop, and I left my cell phone in my pants pocket too. Ah, shit. I'm gonna have to go get my pants either way. I remembered the woman's name, but now I have to go anyway because it's got my cell phone there. And you may be wondering, if I have to go to get my pants, then what am I wearing? That's right, I'm sitting here in my underwear right now because it's summer and it's hot. So I'm sitting here in my underwear doing the show. I'm going to turn on the webcam so you can see. I got a mohawk recently because I figure I'm starting to go gray. I'm 37 years old. There's probably not a whole lot of years left where I can even have a mohawk before I start getting so bald that I can't have a mohawk. Well, I guess I could still. I didn't want to do like a full mohawk with like the baldness on either side. I want it to be like almost directly down to the skin with the mohawk in the middle. Sort of like a severe faux hawk. And I said, I better do it quick because God knows how many years I have left before I'm no longer able to have enough hair to pull it off. So, yeah, for the first time in my life I got a mohawk. Besides, it's cool because it's summer and it's fucking hot and I've still been too lazy to go get a goddamn air conditioner. I'll do that tomorrow. In the meantime, let me dial our first victim of the night.
Hello?
Hello, Arthur.
Hello?
Arthur, it's me, it's Ed. I got a bone to pick with you.
Who are you now?
This is Ed Rosenthal from Burn Street. I live just down the road from you. They tell me you're the one that came down here and blew up my mailbox this afternoon with an M80.
Holy shit.
And I said it couldn't have been Artie. He's way too old to be blowing up my mailbox.
Yeah,
They said no, they watched you do it, and you went back into your house, and they even took a cell phone camera video of it and put it on YouTube.
Well, the only thing I did is smash down some peonies. Maybe that's what they had.
My penis is fine. I have no problem with that, even though I'm 87 years young.
Down.
I know what you did. Don't you play coy with me, by God.
Oh, I do.
What? What?
Yeah. What's on your mind?
You stop talking over me. We talk in turn.
I'm serious, sir.
Now you go.
Now I go?
Right.
Go where?
What do you have to say for yourself about the blowing up of my mail? You know that's a federal offense, tampering with my mail.
Holy mackerel.
You probably burned up my pension check.
Yeah, I betcha.
Listen, I can tell you think it's funny, but I don't. So I'm going to put on my slippers and I'm coming down there.
Absolutely, I'm ready for you.
And you meet me out front.
Okay.
And I'll give you what for, by God.
Okay.
I'll teach you some respect for your elders.
I'll betcha.
I'm not so old that I can't take you.
Yeah, I'm kind of old myself. So.
I'm older, but I can still take you. How old are you anyway?
82.
Well, I'm 87, but I bet I can still take you.
Okay.
Back in my day, I had karate feet of death, I did.
Okay.
And you're going to see, by God.
I'll be seeing you.
All right.
Bye.
5 minutes. I love you.
Sorry.
Huh?
Hello, Michelle. How you doing, dear? This is Mrs. Rosenthal from West Locust. How are you doing?
Who is this?
This is Mrs. Rosenthal. I live on West Locust. And let me tell you why I'm calling. Earlier this afternoon, some boys came and blew up my mailbox with an M80. And I caught one of the boys, and he says that your son was the ringleader.
I don't have any kids.
He said it was his M80, your son Sean.
I don't have any kids.
Now, I know you're just lying so that he doesn't get in trouble, but he's...
Who is this? How do you even have my number?
I caught one of the kids because I hid behind the house and I heard him coming and I leapt out and I tackled him. And he said Sean Boland is the one that gave him the M80. He sold it to him.
Lady, I don't know who you are. I don't have any kids.
I think you're lying.
Well, you want to come over here?
Well, no, because you're much younger than I am and I have throat cancer, so
well,
I can't fight very
that has
well.
nothing to do with it. I have no kids. And I just found out that somebody stole spark plugs from my bike next door.
I bet you it was the same kid, little bastard. I knew I shouldn't have let him go. I should have held him while I called the cops, but he was threatening to call the cops on me for tackling him. I used to be a bouncer back in my vaudeville days, so when I took him down, I drove my knee into his spleen, and he was saying he was hurt.
How did you find my number?
He gave it to me. He said Sean Boland is the one selling the fireworks.
Who's the guy that gave you my number?
Well, I don't know his real name. He said his name was Maurice.
A black kid or white kid or?
No, he was a little piece of white trash wearing a wife beater.
And he gave you my phone number?
He was 14 years old or something.
Well, this don't even make any sense.
Well, I bet you he got your name because he had already been into your house to steal your spark plugs. Little bastard.
But how would he get my phone number? My phone number is unlisted.
I don't know. See, that's what's suspicious here. I also live here in Dubuque. I live on 91 Burn Street. And he was all the way over here to blow up my mailbox, in broad daylight, no less.
Well, this is weird.
He figured elderly people were not going to catch him, but I know the shortcuts through the yards, and I caught him off. I took him down good. I guess I can be happy that at least I heard him and got away with it.
So you don't know who this kid is?
You don't know a 14-year-old boy with a mohawk who wears a wife beater and baggy jeans?
No clue.
Little bastard.
I'm 43 years old. I would have no reason to know a 14-year-old around here.
Well, if he were a friend of your son Sean's, you would know.
I don't have any kids.
All right, if you say so, I guess I'll have to go buy a new mailbox. Hopefully my pension check wasn't in there when he blew it up because everything got burned.
You didn't call the cops?
Well, like I said, when I took the boy down, he said I heard him, and he was threatening to call the cops
so
on
what?
me.
Who cares?
Well, I don't want to go to jail. I'm too old. I wouldn't last
What,
very
you wouldn't
long.
go to jail? You were catching somebody that blew up your mailbox.
Right, but I'm a registered weapon. My hands are registered weapons. I used to be a bouncer back in my vaudeville days.
Well, that's the past.
Yeah. I drove my knee.
I would still call the cops. And that kind of scares me that somebody gave you my number that I don't even know.
Maybe he's a friend of your husband.
I'm not married.
Or your
I'm
daughter.
not married. Never been married. No kids.
What's wrong with you?
I live alone.
What's
Men
wrong?
suck. That's why. That's what's wrong with me.
Oh, you're a lesbian. I don't blame you.
I'm not a lesbian.
I've been married for 60 years, and it's been a hell and a horror the entire way. Sometimes I wish I had gone lesbian, but now I'm too old and decrepit now. Nobody would be into me. Okay, well, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm just going to have to keep an eye out for this little bastard when I see him again.
Well, call the cops next time you see him, because if he's in here stealing my shit, I don't even know who the kid is. And it freaks me out that you have my number from somebody I don't even know.
Right. Well, he must know you. He gave me your address, too.
What's my address?
He said 561 West Locust Street. And he gave me the number, and he said it was Sean Boland, and his mother is Michelle. And that's what he said, and I don't know why. Maybe he's a paper boy or something, a mail person. No, he's too young to be a mail person.
I don't even get the paper.
Oh, well, if you see a young boy with a mohawk who wears a wife beater and baggy jeans, give me a call back. Okay?
Okay.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry to bother you.
Okie doke.
Happy 4th of July.
Same to you.
Bye-bye.
Another interesting story I can talk about is I was playing around with the creature creator for the game Spore, and I made a creature that had a huge penis, because one of the body parts that you can use is it's like a stalk with two eyes at the end. So I was like, oh, that'll make a perfect ball sack. So I made that a ball sack, which would be good on a real creature, because that way he could see behind him. And I gave him like spikes and horns, and I gave him a butthole with teeth. Like I went through like the mouth menu, and I gave him a butthole with teeth, and I gave him a. There's nothing that really looks like a penis, but there's something that looks like Shrek's ear. So I put that on there because that's sort of like an alien, like an uncircumcised alien penis. And I submitted it on Sporepedia, and a day later I got like a nasty email from EA saying that I was banned for inappropriate spore creature. Yeah, so there you go. Let me go to the chat room and see what people are saying. Well done, KDK, for getting this chap up and running anyways. This guy sounds like a chick. Is it a man? Lol. It's a woman, but she has no nipples. Good call. Yeah, I figured out she was a lesbian. No, she's not a lesbian. She just hates men. Somebody is asking if I have the Sins of Kilty O'Neill. Yes, I do. That's an old blackout call, but it's really long, so I'm not going to play it. Here, maybe after the show, if I remember, I can play it. Saigon says I need a lubricating like vodka. No, sorry, no more drinking during the prank call shows. Maybe on Wednesday, because it doesn't matter if I'm drunk for that. I don't have to really perform on Wednesday. But maybe that's why I was able to do the Joe Rosenthal voice for that long, because I haven't been smoking or drinking. Well, I haven't smoked weed in like a month now. It's like 3 or 4 weeks at least. I'm getting all boring and soft in my old age, quitting drinking and smoking weed and all that shit. Anyway, the only person, again, sending in numbers is Lonesome Loser. So, let's see who else we have coming in. I already called 2 of the initial 3 numbers that he sent me. I still have Bob and Wendy Jockum, Tom Urban, Richard Earls, Eugene Webb, Harlow Eubanks, Harlow Eubanks, an old woman for Harlow Eubanks, Irving Hubbard, and Dick Reed. I guess nobody found Mary Shacro. Maybe I have the wrong first name. Let me look at... Oh, shit, wrong pants. To get that number, I would have to go get my work pants. The pants I took my cell phone out of were the jeans that I put on real quick right before the show so I could go to Gandhi Mart and buy myself an Amp Energy drink. So that would be in a different pair of pants that's in the bedroom. At some point during a break, I'll go and confirm that name. I might have the wrong first name, but I'm pretty sure Shacro was the last name. So if somebody could find there can't be a whole lot of Shacros in this area. S-H-A-K-R-O. There can't be a whole lot of people with a name like that in this area. There's not a whole lot of people in this area to begin with, for crying out cornflakes. Right? Yeah. Let's see who I'm going to call next. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Should I just do that one that I didn't do? I'm going to keep doing that premise about the kid blowing up my mailbox until I get somebody who's actually got a son and can really get them in trouble. Okay, I did Ed, then I did Jill. Should I do Maurice, or the redneck guy, or the Spanish cleaning lady, or the British guy?
Hello?
Hey, Tom Urban?
Who's calling, please?
This is Maurice.
Pardon?
Oh, this is Mrs. Urban. I'm sorry, you sounded like a man there for a moment. Is Tom there?
Just a minute.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Tom. What's up with your lady? Does she smoke a lot? I thought she was you at first. Oh, I could tell you got the death rattle in your voice, too. You guys are big-time smokers, huh? Listen, Tom, the reason why I'm calling is I want to know if you're coming down to the Pride tomorrow. It's going to be Dubuque's first Pride Parade.
Coming down to the what?
There's a Pride Parade here in Dubuque tomorrow. And
Who am I talking to, anyway?
You don't know me. My name is Maurice Rosenthal. I'm with the local...
You're being pretty cocky with me talking about me smoking when you don't even know me, aren't you, man?
Well, I'm just perceptive with people's voices.
Yeah, well, stick it up your butt, boy. Goodbye.
See, that's why I'm calling, because the faggots are marching. You have no idea what they're trying to do to the soil. Hello, I'm looking for Mr. Earls.
Yes? Hello? Emma, honey, hang up. Okay. Hello?
Hi, is Richard there?
May I ask who's calling?
My name is Maurice Rosenthal. I'm with the local chapter of the Bible Baptist Church.
I'm sorry, it's 9:45 at night. We're trying to put our children to bed. This is really not a good time for us to...
I'm sorry to call so late, but I've been on the phone all afternoon. I'm trying to organize people to come down and picket against this gay pride parade that they're having in Dubuque tomorrow.
All right. Well, thanks for letting us know, and I appreciate the call. Bye-bye.
Since you have... Man, nobody wants to come and picket the fags with me.
Hello?
Eugene, how are you doing, you old dust cooch? It's me, Dale Yelvington.
Who?
Dale Yelvington from Visalia Drive, Dubuque, Iowa. I live right down the road from you, darling.
So what do you want?
I want to ask you out on a date, 'cause you're so damn sexy.
Oh, get out of here.
I'm not kidding, I'm quite sexy myself. Hello.
I'm going to call her back in a little bit. That was Eugene Webb's old lady. I'm going to call her back later. That was a great reaction. Let's see. Nunu has all the information is now in, I guess. So now I can read what he has here. He has the furry convention at the Weston Convention Center in Pittsburgh. And the phone numbers. Some names of the board members. Robert Armstrong, registration. John Cole, programming. Brian Harris, masquerade. Steve Hops, audio-visual. Oh, great. They take videos of these freaks fucking each other or something. Carl Jorgensen. Isn't he in ministry? Peter Capesser. Fedra Meyer, the dealer's room. Oh, they must sell plushy costumes there, too, I guess. Douglas Muth, operations and website. Oh, he's their webmaster. Major General Niemeyer, a.k.a. Tiger Wolf, USAF retired. He's the internet room, it says. Oh, so he's like he's a chat Nazi for them, I guess. Also, Dr. Samuel Conway, known as Uncle Cage. Oh, these people sound creepier than the cosplayers. Let me minimize that. Maybe I'll call the hotel. Anybody have any good ideas for what I say to or about the plushy people? Yeah, are we ready to, I guess I better move on to the convention people, because after that we're going to get to the UK wake-up calls, and I hope to be off by midnight so I can go to bed early and start my vacation early and be a productive human being tomorrow, I guess. Plus, I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm starting to get hungry. Man, nobody's answering at the hotel. Well, I'm trying, Nunu, but nobody wants to answer at the hotel. Oh, we just had a good idea come in from MST3 Clay, saying, I should say I've been pickpocketed by a fox with a top hat. I could call up as somebody drunk saying, I need medical attention because I just saw a fox with a top hat chasing after a pink elephant down the hallway with his penis hanging out. Okay, so they're not answering at the hotel, Nunu. I'm not going to close that window out yet because I can give them a try a little later. Maybe they're just, they're all busy. All the operators are busy laughing at the plushy people running all around, milling all about. Oh, man. I'm going to call up Eugene Webb again. She was the woman who just cursed me out because I wanted a date.
Hello? Mrs. Webb? I wanted to call and apologize for my friend Dale. He's been drinking tonight. He says he called... Hello?
Yes.
I'm sorry. He said he called a couple moments ago and that he came on a little strong, so I just wanted to call and say sorry on his behalf.
Is this his wife?
No. I'm his friend Ed. We were celebrating 4th of July early tonight, so we were having a barbecue and drinking a little, and he got a hold of the cell phone. And I don't know how Dale knows you, but apparently he's had a crush on you for years, and it came out after all the booze.
Oh, really?
Right.
I don't know him at all.
Well, he said he's been admiring you from afar, is the way he put it.
Oh, well, okay.
He said he had recently read an obituary that Eugene had passed. So
No.
So Eugene is still alive?
Absolutely.
Dale, Eugene is still alive! I think he's passed out. He's not moving.
Okay.
Well, we're sorry that we bothered you.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See, she was really nice that time. I think the old women really dig Ed.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing, dear? Is this the widow Eubanks?
What?
Is this the widow Eubanks? It's me, Ed Rosenthal. Wait, you sound confused.
Yeah, this is Marion Eubanks.
Oh, how is Harlow doing?
Well, not so good.
But he's still with us, among the living, right?
Yes, he is, yes.
Okay, well, I must have gotten some wrong information. My friend Dale told me that he had passed already.
No, he's in a nursing home.
How much time has he got?
Oh, well, I don't know. Who told you that?
It was my friend Dale Yelvington. He lives over on Pine Avenue. I'm here on...
I never heard of that name before.
I'm here on Lincoln.
You live on Lincoln?
Right. We used to hang out with Harlow back in the 60s.
Oh.
That's how we all know each other.
Oh, I see.
So if we were to go visit and play some checkers, would he remember us, or is his mind all gone?
Oh, no, his mind is not gone. He wouldn't, did you say play checkers?
Right.
No, he couldn't do that. He wouldn't do that.
Oh my God, he's that decrepit he can't play checkers?
He's ill.
Well, what are we talking? Tubes out the nose, or an invalid, or comatose, or what?
No, who in the heck is this?
This is Ed Rosenthal. We used to hang out together in the 60s.
Yeah?
And I guess he never told you about us.
I never heard. I don't know about that.
We used to go drinking and fishing and hang out down at the VFW.
The VFW?
Right.
Oh, well, I don't know. In the 60s,
Right.
well, I don't think so, because we were married in 53.
Right.
And I don't recall him hanging out with anybody by that name in the 60s.
Well, he probably never told you, because I met him because I was an entertainer at a vaudeville gig, and there used to be some burlesque there, so he probably didn't want you to know he was going to such a place.
Oh, I don't know what you're up to here, but I know that isn't true.
Well, everybody has their secrets. I'm sure you have yours. He had his.
No, I don't have any. He didn't have secrets from me, and I didn't have any from him.
I used to come out and sing the Old Gray Mare. You know, that old vaudeville song? And I used to do tricks with my penis. I used to be able to do the windmill and the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, just who are you?
My name is Ed Rosenthal, former vaudeville entertainer and sideshow strongman.
Oh, I'm going to hang up because I think this is just a big joke.
No, Mrs. Eubanks. Don't let me get you the wrong way. I'm calling because Dale was mistaken. He said Harlow was past, so I figured you're single, and I wanted to call if you want to go to a barbecue on the 4th of July with us. And we can reminisce about the old vaudeville days.
No, I don't think so. Dale who were you talking to?
It was Dale Yelvington.
No, I've never ever heard of these names.
He's a redneck fella with a red beard and about 2 teeth in his head. You'd know him if you saw him. You'd probably run the other way. He looks scary in his overalls. Hello? And she hung up on me. I was going to ask if she wanted to see my penis tricks, but, alas, I guess she doesn't. Well, it's her loss. Anyway, I have to go pee.
Good evening, Omni William Penn Cell. Mario speaking. How may I assist you?
Hi, I'm trying to get in touch with Douglas Muth. I'm not sure what what room he's in. The last name is spelled M-U-T-H.
Sorry, sir, I don't appear to have that name on my...
You know what it is? He's there for the furry convention, so I bet he registered under a bogus name. How about Peter Capisser? Do you allow people to register under, like, aliases? Like,
oh, that happens all the time, sir. Yeah.
I mean, like, if I gave you somebody's furry name, maybe somebody, you know, do you have, like, a Simba Lion or a Wild Kitten?
No, I'm sorry, sir.
Tiger Wolf? No?
No, sir.
Oh.
I can connect you to the front desk. They may be assisted.
Okay, thank you.
Well.
Day, Wall Street Journal.
On your way in front desk, this is Brett. How can I assist you?
Hello, I was down there for that convention you have going on there earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not staying at the hotel, but I live here in Philly, so I just wanted to stop in and see what it was all about. And I was outside the hallway at the convention center, and this man he was dressed as a fox, wearing a top hat, pushed me over and took my wife's purse. And I didn't get a good look at the guy because he's dressed up like a giant fox.
Okay, what would you like me to do? I mean, unless you know who it is and it was a guest in our hotel, I mean, I'm not sure.
Well, there can't be a whole lot of people walking around dressed as a big fox. I was there in my outfit. I was wearing a cow.
Okay, I mean, did you try calling the police?
Well, no, I was in a cow costume. I don't want to call the police while my udders are hanging out.
Okay, I apologize for this, sir. I'll definitely keep my eye out for anyone looking at the fox, and we'll have security go up to them.
He's wearing a purple top hat.
Okay, we'll definitely keep an eye out for him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. That was dumb. I love these people's names, though. Not that different from, like, the goth people that I talk to online. You got Tiger Wolf, and Giza, and Wild Kitten, and Zydex, and Symbolion. Symbolion's a good one. Chiaroscuro. That's a bad plushie name, unless that means something in a foreign language. The guy's name is Armstrong, so how foreign could he be? How foreign could he be, right? The last one is the boss, Dr. Samuel Conway. You know, I would be really scared if I found out that my doctor was a plushie, dressing up in, like, full-scale stuffed animal costumes to have sex. You definitely want to find a second opinion after you go to Dr. Tiger Wolf or whatever his name is. The second number is the Overspill Hotel. I'm not sure what that is. Overspill, like people who couldn't get a room at the hotel, they have to stay at the secondary hotel. How many fucking plushies are flying into Philadelphia? Or they just all live in Philadelphia? Man, that's got to be a creepy scene. Why don't we have conventions like that around here? Because I would totally rent, like, a cow costume just to go and, like, film these people. And they probably did all register under bogus names. Okay, well, let me move on for now. Maybe I can come back to the plushie people. Odds are I'm going to get the same people at the desk, so they might recognize my voice. So I'll have to call back as somebody other than Ed next time.
Hello.
Hello, I'm looking for Irving, please.
Who's talking?
This is Ed. I'm a friend of Irving's here in Dubuque.
He doesn't live here.
What happened to him?
Well, what number are you calling?
I dialed 563.
And who are you?
My name is Ed Rosenthal.
Ed Rosenthal.
Right, I'm 87 years young, and I was friends with Irving.
You were friends with Irving?
Right.
He doesn't know who you are.
Well, could you put him on the phone? Maybe my voice will jog his memory.
No, he don't want to come to the telephone. Goodbye.
Well, if he's going to be...
Okay, well, there's another failure call tonight. I'm about ready to give up and just go make myself some dinner. Sit down and watch a movie, for crying out cornflakes. Let's try up Dick Reed.
Hello?
Hi,
Hello?
I was calling for Richard Reed, please.
May I take a message for him, please?
Okay, just say this is Maurice Rosenthal, and I was answering his ad on Craigslist, and just have him get back to me with what time he's available.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. She's not going to inquire what ad on Craigslist, because that was going to be the prank. Ah, well. Maybe I ought to move on to fucking wake-up calls and get out of here. By the time I'm done with that, it'll be like 90 minutes. That's good enough, right? In the old days when I used to drink and drag stuff out more and tell long-winded stories, the shows would go for hours on end.
Hello?
Hola, Dan Hong Vo?
Oh?
Dan Hong Vo?
Oh, he's not home right now.
Mrs. Vo?
Man! KDK's Lunatic Fringe, you're on the air. Hey.
How's it going?
It's fabulous. Is this Tan Man?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that was a lucky guess. You're like one of the only 2 people that have registered for the new forums. I think people are afraid to register for the forums because I always break them, and they know they're going to have to register again.
Yeah. I was wondering when they're going to be broke again myself, personally.
Well, I installed a new theme, and I didn't break them, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's real good. So I see nobody likes to call in.
Well, the problem is nobody's listening, probably.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm not in the chat. Well, I am still in the chat room when I'm away. I'm playing the game, but I didn't see that many people when I left.
No, it says there's only like 18, 19 people listening, so yeah. I'm going to have to do more to like promote the show and shit. I ought to spam sites and send out like AIM spam and MySpace spam like everybody else does, but I'm always too lazy.
Yeah. Are you still broadcasting on Shoutcast or like Stickam or anything?
Not Stickam, but just Shoutcast.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like doing that for a while, like a long time ago or something. Like
I was doing Justin.tv for a little while, but there really is nothing to see on the webcam. You know, it's just me sitting here holding the phone to my head. I don't see why anybody would rather sit and watch that and waste that kind of bandwidth rather than just minimize it, listen in the background, and play a game like you are. Right? Yeah. That's what I do when I listen to internet radio. I minimize the screen and I surf the internet and I play games in the background. I don't sit there and watch some douche on a webcam.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know, just like, any ways, I guess. A lot of other radio stations do that now.
Yeah, because there's so many people out there that are so douchey, they'd rather sit there and watch somebody sit there do nothing rather than just entertain themselves. People are too stupid to figure out how to entertain themselves, like while they listen in the background, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hang out in the chat room or surf the internet, play games. Yeah.
Yeah.
I beat Crisis Core, by the way. I finally got sick of trying to do side missions that kept kicking my ass, and I went in and I did the final battle. And of course, I was so strong, it was just like a 2-minute, thing, and it was done with. And then there's like a 20-minute prologue. I was sitting in the barber shop, and I'm like doing the end of the game, and there's like a 10-minute cutscene, and then. Well, there's like a 10-minute cutscene. There's this little kid, like, sitting next to me. He's, like, looking over my shoulder. He's watching. And eventually, after 5 minutes, he says, is this just, like, a movie, or do you play it, or what? And then it gets to a part where it's playable, but I know that your lead character is going to die.
Yeah. Because
he doesn't survive for Final Fantasy VII. So I know that he's got to die and give Cloud the sword, and no matter what I do, he's going to die. So I'm sitting there, and I'm being pummeled by all these characters, and he's like, aren't you going to fight back? And I'm like, no, I know I'm supposed to die here. He's like, what the hell kind of game is this? And I said, oh, you've never played a Final Fantasy game. You're not accustomed to 10-minute cutscenes. Yeah. But I beat the game, and it was great. And the very last words at the end of the game, it says, to be continued in Final Fantasy VII. So that right there confirms that they're working on a remake.
Nice.
That's awesome. I can't wait. But that would also imply that it's a remake that's going to be for PSP.
Yeah. See, that's I know. I called a few weeks ago, and I told you I was going to get PSP. I still haven't gotten one yet.
Well, you might as well wait until Final Fantasy VII comes out.
Yeah.
By then, Crisis Core will be a greatest hit. Pick it up for $20, and you'd probably be able to get the PSP for like $110 or something.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a great little machine, though.
Yeah. I play just a couple of my friends the other room.
Yeah, definitely a cool little machine. Even at $180, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
It's $180 for the package that I got the Daxter bundle.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, what game are you playing in the background?
What game am I playing?
Yeah.
I'm playing World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. Aha.
Yeah.
Oh, have you heard that there's some big Blizzard convention in Europe where they finally announced that they've been working on Diablo 3 for 4 years, and they finally announced it's coming out soon?
Yeah, I actually read that today, about 10 minutes before the show started. I was just looking through some news and crap, and I seen that. I didn't click on or anything. I just read an article. But
I'm wondering how the hell it takes 4 years to come up with Diablo. It's such a simple game. It's so repetitive. All you got to do is design maps and some creatures, record some voice dialogue, and do some full motion video.
There you go. Yeah.
Do you feel like making a call to England?
I don't care.
I
don't know what I'll say, but why not?
You've never done a call with me before, have you?
I don't think so.
Okay, hang on the line. I'm going to call up Margaret Powell of Essex, England.
Okay.
And we're going to wake her up.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? How you doing today?
Who's
Hello?
Is this
I
Margaret?
can't understand you.
Margaret?
Who's Margaret? What do you want?
Is this Margaret, please?
It is Margaret, yes.
I just wanted to know if you're coming to the plushie convention tomorrow.
Not as far as I know. And why are you calling me this time of the morning?
Because we furries, we're night owls, we are.
I'm not interested.
Do you know what a furry is? We like to dress up as stuffed animals and have sex with each other.
Can we send you a brochure?
Hello? She didn't hang up. I think she just put the phone down so we wouldn't call back again.
Yeah, I couldn't understand her there at the beginning.
Oh,
It was like cutting in and out.
oh really?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm in my basement. I'm in my basement too, so I don't know if that has to do with anything.
Oh, okay.
Or not.
Oh, you don't want your parents to know that you're making prank calls to England to wake people up. They'll get pissy about it.
No, actually, my parents aren't even home.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm upstairs.
Are your parents at the plushie convention?
No. Well, not that I know. They're camping.
Wouldn't that be creepy if you found out they were at a plushie convention? Like, you go through their closet and find, like, a fox with a top hat costume with, like, a hole where the penis goes.
I'm going to go look at that up right now. just make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see.
What, are you checking through their closet right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't see anything.
You ever find, like, weird sex toys in your parents' room? Or, like, kinky magazines? Well, I guess everybody has kinky magazines.
No, I haven't found that. The only thing I found is condoms. That's it.
Your parents use condoms?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, well, me and my brother found them, like, I don't know, probably when we were young, probably like, like 7 years ago, so I don't know.
In my parents' house, I've been cleaning out my parents' house because everything has to go in the garbage. And all unlabeled videotapes I found, I brought home to look at, and I was hoping there would be, like, weird sex videos of my parents. But it turned out to be, like, nothing but, like, my sister's bridal shower and baby shower, like, dumb stuff like that. Nothing exciting, nothing interesting.
So nobody was dressed up as a fox in a purple
No kinky magazines. The only thing kinky there was, like a book from, like, the 50s, a paperback book of, like, pictures of black and white sex positions. And I was like, damn, if this is what they're going by, no wonder their sex life is so boring. This is from the 50s.
Well, I forgot to say something. My stepdad, I should say, he actually did used to have a huge stack of Playboys out in the garage. Me and my brother found those a while back.
Why do guys always hide them in the garage?
I don't know. We were just walking through one day. I think we were cleaning out the garage or something. I don't know. We were looking around. We were adventurous, I should say. We looked up, and then there's just like this huge stack of magazines. So we got the ladder and got up there. There's just, I don't know, probably about 50, 60 issues. There was a shitload of them.
I remember me and my friend Ryan, one of the neighbors had left the garage open. So Ryan distracted the guy while I went into his garage, and I took his porno magazines and I was like throwing them out the window, and then we snuck around back like after the guy was gone and picked them up, and we hid them in my dad's garage. And we would look at them, and all the pages were all sticky and stuck together. Like, you think that's like a joke, like a cliche, like that doesn't really happen, but yeah, they were, like when you leave a magazine out in the rain.
Yeah.
All like crumpled and sticky and stiff like that. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, we only took one issue. We were afraid, like, our stepdad, he's just like a hard ass. We'd always get in just trouble for like the simplest shit. He'd always punish us. We only took one issue because we didn't want to get in trouble. We just hid in our clubhouse.
My dad found them hidden in the garage, and he didn't really care. He was like, well, cool. He's like, I guess that's normal. He's like 12 years old. I guess that's normal. But he did throw them out. Oh, well, Tim, man, it was good talking to you, but I think I ought to do some UK wake-up calls and then get off the air and go make myself some dinner.
Alrighty, it's good talking to you too.
Peace out. Keep posting on the forums.
Yep, I will.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye-bye. And everybody else, too, we have new forums over at KDKprankcalls.com, and because they're brand new, there's only like 3 registered users, so go over there and register and post some shit, and,
Hello?
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 Linton?
Who's calling?
My name is Maurice Rosenthal. How are you doing, dear?
Who's that?
I'm sorry to have woken you, but this is my last opportunity to get to speak to you before I leave for the Pride Festival today.
The park?
No, the Pride, Pride. You know, for the gay people.
Yeah.
A bunch of us are going down to picket with signs, and we wanted to know if you'd like to come along.
Well, no. I got other things to explain, I'm sure.
They're going to be
I'm sure
marching...
you guys will have a nice time there.
Later this morning, they're all going to be marching out there on parade, all the faggots and homos, and we're going to be there. We have our picket signs, you know, down with gay...
Where are you going to be at?
Here in Essex.
Okay.
So
all
maybe
right.
I have an extra sign for you. It says, faggots go home. We have some... or if you don't like that, we have God hates fags.
Yeah.
You can take one of those.
Yeah.
And the news crews will be there, and they're going to want to interview us all. So,
right.
wear your best, most heterosexual-looking outfit.
Right.
Right?
I'm not fussy, you know. Anything do nicely.
I don't understand you.
Well, actually, I'm half asleep, really, you know. I'm still in between sleep and wake, you know, so...
Right.
I'm not functioning just right, yeah?
Some of us are going to sneak behind where they keep the floats and flatten all the tires.
Flatten the tires?
We're going to flatten the tires so they can't have the little faggoty floats going down the street.
Ooh.
They're going to shut down all the streets.
Nice,
they're going to tie up traffic all day with this faggoty bullshit.
All right, then. Okay.
I hope you weren't planning on going anywhere because they're shutting all the damn streets down for the faggots.
Right, okay. Listen, guys, I'll see you guys later on down there, yeah?
Listen, if you have some eggs...
I'll with you later on, yeah? Okay.
If you have some eggs or rotten tomatoes, bring those too.
I will do.
Okay, we'll see you down there. You'll know me right away. I'll be wearing a big purple headdress.
Okay, I'll look out for you.
With feathers.
All right, bro?
Sort of like the sort of thing Carmen Miranda would have worn back in the 40s. That sort of thing.
Yes.
You know, we act like we're anti-gay, but really, it's because we hate them for being brave enough to be openly gay while we have to be repressed.
It's a nice thing to talk about gay right now first thing in the morning, is it?
It is the British way to be repressed, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah, but I mean, not first thing in the morning.
Okay, I'll call you back like 2 hours. You go back to bed.
All right, my mate.
Okay.
I'll with you later.
Bye-bye. He was down. I finally found somebody down to come and pick at the faggots with me. There you go. Jill says my accent is quite amusing. Yeah. Well, nobody's ever called me and said, you're not really British. KDK's Lunatic Fringe, you're on the air.
Hello.
No, that's not how we do it. Especially on Gay Pride weekend. You know how to do it.
Hey.
Hey. How you doing, my gay brother?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous.
Good.
Can you do that one?
The chat room is telling me to do UK wake-up calls with you.
Oh. I don't know. I just closed out New News. Right before you called, I closed out New News window, so I have no more UK wake-up numbers. Send the last couple numbers to me that I didn't call, and I'll see what I can do. We'll have to give them a couple minutes to hear that and actually do it. But where are you tonight? I noticed you're not in the chat. Oh, you are now. Okay.
I am in the chat. I just came home from work.
Okay. I figured you were traveling, like you had some big gay goings-on this weekend or something.
No, remember, I changed my work schedule because I wasn't going to New York. I had asked this weekend off to go to New York, and you weren't going. So I changed it back, and then instead going to be in D.C. on the 3rd and the 4th.
I know, I really should have gone, shouldn't I? I could have really done it up good this time and gotten like a swanky hotel room and actually enjoyed maybe got myself a little 18-year-old twink escort or something.
Yeah. Well, there's other years. There's always going to be pride.
Right, that'll be next year.
Festivals.
Maybe next year I'll have more pride than I do today. Probably not. Maybe next year I'll be dating a woman.
Yeah, right. Maybe.
Like that's gonna happen.
I'm always more motivated to go do protests really than to Pride Festival.
I like going to Pride because I like seeing the freaky people, but that's for all the wrong reasons, you know.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go to celebrate, not to mock.
Well, I live in Lancaster, so I don't have to go anywhere to see freaky people.
Yeah. Freaky people are hard to come by in my area. We live in fucking farm town. Unless you consider like rednecks like freaky people.
Yeah, how can you say you don't have freaky people? You've got Crab Girl.
Yeah, right. We got Crab Girl, we got Crazy Dave, we got Crazy Joyce.
Yeah.
We got those two big fat black lumps that are across the courtyard there. The crazy Chinese guy upstairs who surprisingly hasn't stomped on the floor yet tonight. I must be keeping it quiet. Sobriety is good for keeping the volume down, I guess. Oh, good. Lonesome Loser just sent me in the last couple numbers that I never got to. So they were confirmed like over a half hour ago. So they're good to go.
All right.
Let's call up. I'm not sure how to pronounce this first name because it's spelled E-U-A-N. So that's like Juan?
Yuan generator.
Yeah, the Yuan. That's funny. Okay, it's Ewan Freeman of East Sussex, England. That's hard to say even when you're sober. East Sussex.
You have 14 hours, 31 minutes.
Okay,
for
it's
this
that
call.
Ewan Freeman person. You there?
Hello?
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 I'm looking for Ewan.
No, you've got completely wrong number.
Is this the Freeman household?
Yes.
Oh, it is. How are you doing, love?
Who's that?
My name is Maurice Rosenthal. I'm just calling to ask what time it is over there. I'm calling from overseas.
It's very early in the morning.
It's like 5:17 or something.
Yeah, so why are you calling?
I want to know if you know tonight's Powerball number.
No.
Since you're 5 hours ahead in the future. Hello? Ryan, you there?
Yes?
I tried to click over and it didn't work. I ended up pranking her myself. I asked her if she knew today's winning lottery number since she's 5 hours in the future. It didn't work. She didn't know.
Okay.
Instead, let me try Patricia Kirby.
Hello?
Good morning, sir. How are you? Good morning.
That was so simple, but it was great. You called her a sir, though. Did I say Pat Kirby?
If a guy had answered, I would have said, good morning, ma'am.
Okay. Very simple, sweet and simple, and it worked. It made me laugh. Okay, so the only thing up next is the plushy people. The Weston Convention Center.
Good evening. Thanks for calling the Weston Pittsburgh. How may I direct your call?
Yes, I was calling for Wild Kitten at the convention.
Okay. Do you have are you trying to reach a guest here? Yeah. Do you know the last name of the guest in the room? I think my friend knows. What was the last name?
Meyer? M-E-Y-E-R.
Alright, and the first name?
Fedra?
Okay, one moment while I direct your call.
Okay.
Walk to Heinz Field, home of the Pittsburgh.
Hello? Is this Wild Kid? Hello?
Hello? Yeah, he was gone. Maybe we aren't the only people fucking with him tonight.
I guess not. Because all I did was ask for.
Wild kitten. I think he hung up even before you got the whole word out.
Yippee! Service Express, this is Ian. How can I help you? Is this Mr. Douglas Smith? No, actually it seems the call bounced back. You may not have picked up. Okay. Is there anything else I could,
Are they busy in the convention? Is it currently...
I know there are several things going on right now, actually, so most of the guests are not in the room.
Oh, I see.
Maybe George is around. Let's try to get a hold of George Niemeyer. He runs the chat room. N-E-M-E-Y-E-R?
Alright, one moment while I direct your call.
Okay.
Or to order your
This is Tiger Wolf.
Hello?
Yippee! How are you?
Who are you trying to reach?
I'm trying to reach Mr. George Niemeyer.
He's not in the room right now.
Oh. Is he at the convention?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to the convention as well?
I mean, you reached the convention.
Yes. And is Mr. George Niemeyer there?
He is not in the room right now, and that's what you got. He's down in the convention area. Who is this, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was actually planning on coming to the convention, but I wasn't able to come.
I see.
And
who is this, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Who is this? May I ask first?
Well, I kind of already asked first, but this is Eris.
Okay. Well, this is Franklin, actually.
Franklin?
Yes.
Do you know Tiger Wolf then?
No. I don't know the golfer, and I don't actually know this gentleman either. But I was planning to come to the convention. I was gonna wear a big cat outfit.
I know him. We were in the Air Force together, and he's the one who turned me on to furries.
Oh, I see.
So I guess he's still down hanging out with the other furries?
Yes.
Okay, I'm in Philly, so if I stop down there, do I have to have some kind of credentials to be there? Because I'm a little embarrassed to show up in my costume.
I see. Well, it's actually in Pittsburgh.
I was thinking about hopping in a taxi. I wanted to make sure the convention was still going on this late because I just got out of work. And I didn't know if I should come in regular street clothes or just come in the costume because nobody's going to pick me up in a taxi when I'm wearing a cow outfit. So what do you think?
It's really up to you. I mean.
Well, if I show up at the desk, and I ask where the convention room is, are they going to look at me like I'm crazy? It might be better if I wear the cow outfit because then they can't see my face.
And what would the hotel policy be on bringing actual animals in with us?
No, I'm not bringing any animals with me, but I was thinking about coming in in the costume so that people can't see my face.
Well, I was going to bring some animals. I was going to stop by the post office.
Oh, these are plushies. They're not bestiality people.
I didn't say that.
You're talking about live animals.
I was talking about bringing live animals.
I'm actually having fun with these people. Let's try to get a hold of Carl Zydex Jorgensen. Zydex is his plushie name, of course. It says his title is Publications, so there must be like a furry magazine.
Yeah, probably.
You know, they have Cat Fancy, they have Dog Fancy, then they have like weird people and fucked up stuffed animal costume fancy. I guess. Or furry fancy. Yeah, that's what it would be called, furry fancy. You want to try again?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be back. Carl Jorgensen.
Good evening. Thanks for calling the West End of Town Pittsburgh. How may I direct your call?
I was looking for Carl Jorgensen's room, please.
Okay, one moment, sir.
Okay.
No, I don't see anything under either, sir.
Because he's a furry, he probably checked in under a fake name. How about Steve Hops? He's also there for the convention. He's the one videoing the whole thing for the website. Steve Hops, H-O-P-P-S?
Yeah, I should have that. One moment.
Okay.
Information or to order your private massage. You are invited to unwind. A Western evening ritual.
Sounds like a creepy hotel. Massages.
Thank you for calling Geico Auto Insurance. How may I save you money today?
Steve, how are you doing?
No, this isn't Steve.
I was looking for Steve Hops.
Well, this is his room, but he is not here. He's down, I think he's out somewhere drinking.
He's still at the convention.
Yes.
Okay, well, he said for me to give him a call here and ask for Symbolium.
Okay.
Because that's his furry name.
Yes.
My furry name is Sebastian. I usually dress as a Siamese cat.
Oh, okay.
So that would be how he knows me.
Are you here at the con too, or?
No, I was thinking about coming down, but I'm afraid I don't know if I should show up in street clothes or if I should just come down in my costume, because I know it's going to be hard for me to catch a taxi here in Pittsburgh dressed as a Siamese cat.
Well, you could bring the suit and change.
There's a place for me to check in and then change.
Yeah. If you can get a hold of Steve, do you have his cell phone number?
No, he just told me he would be here as Steve Hops and just ask at the front desk for him.
Oh, okay. Or you could ask somebody in the con staff for where he's at.
Okay.
If you come here and you find somebody with one of the headsets on, you can ask them for Simba, and they can get a hold of him on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
okay.
He's the guy videoing the whole thing for the website, right?
Yeah, that's Cheetah, but yeah, he helps with that too.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Why do all these furry people have guys hanging out in their rooms?
Probably.
So anyway, what are you doing for Gay Pride? You doing anything festively gay?
Well, I mean, I went to the local and I told you about that. I was there, it was just ending. I just got off work and it was just ending. And I folded up some chairs.
Oh, it was over, but you went and helped them fold chairs?
Well, yeah, I caught 5 minutes of a closing, lesbian folk song. And
lesbian folk song?
But, well, that's sort of the force behind the whole event, usually.
Who was the Grand Marshal there in Philly?
In Philly, I don't know. I'm talking about the one in Lancaster, and it was actually the first of its kind.
It blows my mind that they actually have one in a place like Lancaster.
Yeah, I know. But it was all, like I said, it was about 50-50.
Yeah.
It was half the people were gay, half the people were telling them to find Jesus or something.
Yeah, God hates fags people, right?
Right.
Well, anyway, it was good talking to you, but I'm going to wrap up the show because I'm getting hungry.
Okay, well, have a good night.
You too.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Peace out, my nigga.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
What were you about to say?
Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Have a good one.
You too.
And that was Ryan Rawmill calling in from the chat room. And with that, I suppose it's time to wrap up the show because I have to pee again because I'm filled up with Coca-Cola and Cherry Zero. Anyway, thank you all for listening. I love you all. Tune in again next Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Help spread the word that we're here, and send people to the website to register for the forums, all that whatnot and so forth. I love you all. Stay just the way you are, just the way we like you. Stay beautiful, and